I admit it. I'm guilty.
Like many of you, of throwing a stock cube into the pot and walking away, thinking it would flavor the food quickly, especially after a long day at work. Here is the thing, they might save time and be convenient. But I started questioning myself, how are they made? Are they actually healthy? And why should I keep buying them? Alright, let's be honest for a moment here. Stock cubes are convenient and they're definitely a great invention. You put one into boiling water and voila, you have broth. But have you ever read the label and checked the ingredients put into the stock you consume? Good food, it's all about quality ingredients. These cubes contains a ton of sodium, sugar, preservatives, artificial flavors and colors, and substances like monosodium glutamate. Don't get me wrong, MSG is fine in small amounts, but do you really want it added to everything you eat? What about the sodium? Well, you see, one cube can have as much as 900 milligrams of sodium. That is almost half the amount of sodium you should consume daily, and that's just in one cube. And if you are like me and I love adding flavor to your meals, you most likely are using more than one. In 2024, $7.2 million worth of these little sodium bombs were completely sold out. That's a lot of salty soup. That's salty as It's not just the health factor, you know. After some time, you may find that it's all about flavor. That's because these cubes contains loads of artificial flavoring and not the actual ingredients that one can get when making homemade stock. Basically, you're stealing from your food the taste that it actually requires. Now, I know what you're thinking. Stock cubes are quick and easy and I'm busy. I hear you. But there was something that made me want to know what I was eating. What is it? And that is why I wanted to have control over the flavors in my food. But the main reason? I learned that, in fact, it was not as challenging or as time-consuming as I had initially thought to prepare my own broth. Is that it? And the best part? It's pretty much free. Honestly, once you realize just how simple it is, you will never again go back to pre-packed cubes. Well, how do we avoid using those stock cubes readily available in the stores and still make a good broth? The answer is simple: DIY stock. And no, I'm not talking about spending hours cooking in the kitchen. I'm referring to making your vegetable stock from scraps with almost no work at all. Here is what you do. Whenever you chop veggies like onions, carrots, celery or garlic, don't toss the scraps in the trash. Put those leftovers into a freezer bag. When you accumulate enough, you have the best ingredients to make a flavorful stock. By the way, this is not the only way to use your leftovers, but I shared 100+ recipes on how to cook low waste, natural remedies and fermentation in my new book. Buy my book. Alright, let's go through it step by step. Step 1, collect your scraps. First tip, keep a bag in your freezer and add scraps to it over time. Just think about all the scraps you get every single time you cook. You will fill up that bag in no time. Step 2, saute for flavor. Once you've got about half a kilo to a kilo of scraps, sounds like a lot, but trust me, you will get there fast. Chop them into smaller pieces. The smaller they are, the faster they cook. By the way, always use the back side of your knife to slide off food from your cutting board. Next, grab a pan, heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil and saute your veggies. The goal is to cook them down, releasing all those rich flavors while evaporating most of the water. It smells amazing, I promise. Don't be surprised if people wander in the kitchen asking, "What's cooking?" Step 3, blend it all together. After the veggies are cooked and cooled a bit, throw them into a blender along with 4 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of salt, and any herbs or spices you like. If you have nutritional yeast on hand, add a teaspoon of that too. It adds a nice savory kick. Whoa! Now blend it all until you get a smooth puree. And don't worry if it looks a little funky. This is a super concentrated flavor bomb about to become stock cube gold. Whoa! Step 4, freeze into cubes. Line a shallow container with parchment paper and pour the vegetable puree in. Smooth it into an even layer, then pop it into the freezer. Once it's frozen solid, pull it out of the container and cut the puree into cubes. These are your homemade stock cubes. You can wrap each one in parchment paper if you're feeling fancy, or just toss them into an airtight container. What's the best part? First of all, it's free. You're using scraps you would have otherwise discarded. And while there are no artificial additives, no chemicals, no preservatives, let alone sky-high sodium content, there are just stock cubes, and more stock cubes. Now, like many of you home cooks, I'm not a professional chef either, and I have other things to do besides spending hours simmering away in the kitchen. You can make stock cubes in bulk and store them for later. Now, if you press for time, I have a little trick that will blow your mind. Stock powder. Yes, you can make that too using leftover vegetables or even the pulp from your juiced veggies. Plus, the process is super simple. First, gather your veggies. You can go with a classic mix of carrots, celery, onions, garlic, leeks, and your favorite herbs like parsley, rosemary, or thyme. You feeling a little adventurous and want to try new flavor combinations? Try a beet-based powder or spice it up with some mild chilies. The possibilities are just endless. Now, that's way too far. It's super straightforward. Just pop them in a dehydrator or oven at the lowest setting. Let them dry until they're completely crisp. This might take a few hours, but trust me, it's worth it. Once everything's dry, grind it all up into a fine powder. And voila! Homemade stock powder. Store it in a sealed jar and it will last for months, ready to sprinkle into any dish for an instant all-natural flavor boost. And for all my no-stress, easy cooking enthusiasts, here is an extra helpful tip for you. You can store a concentrated broth by reducing the amount of water that is boiling with your stock cubes. This will make the broth rich and flavorful. Put it into an ice cube tray and freeze it. Whenever you need a quick flavor hit, just pop out a cube or two and add it to your dish. And you have instant concentrated broth without any hassle. Making homemade stock cubes is not only cost effective, but it's relatively healthy for the body. Not only are you eliminating all the sodium and other chemicals used in manufactured stock cubes, but you are also getting extra nutrients. When you make your own stock, you are essentially pulling nutrients from your carrot ends, onion skins, and other parts of veggies that are not present in the processed cubes. And there is a bonus: when you use food scraps, you also minimize the amount of waste produced. Tons of good vegetables are thrown away and sent to landfills yearly. And I know what you're thinking. They will decompose. No, they won't. They technically will, but due to the lack of oxygen, moisture, and conditions which don't allow decomposition like in compost, they will turn into harmful waste. By making stock from scraps, you're turning waste into something valuable. And that's a win for both you and the planet. So guys, now you know why I stopped buying stock cubes, and you should too. And if you want to learn more cooking techniques to save both time and money, make sure to check this video where I break down the art of food preservation and extending its shelf life.